Text Prison Story Family Salute. Y'all, it's your boy Snow back here with another one. In this video right here, man, I can't lie. I really didn't want to do it. I probably was never going to do it. And I'm not even sure why. It's just not one of the finer moments of men inside of prisons. And it's something you got to look forward to if you're going to it. So might as well do it. You know, the whole theme of this show is this is not the life you want. And we mean it. Because inside of prisons, sexual predators are everywhere. And I know the normal people will say, well, what do you mean sexual predators are everywhere? There's nothing but men in there. Hey, man, it is what it is. And I said what I said because it's not only men in there. There's women that might work in the chow hall. There's women that work in medical. There's women guards, all kind of stuff. And this situation here is something that nobody talks about. Somebody needed to talk about it. Shout out to Real Tune TV and Terrence Gangster Williams because he did something about it the other day. Just a brief little mention, but I wanted to talk about it. Okay. People assume and they love hearing booty bandit videos. They love hearing about men getting their booty taken and guys that are savagely just pounding them. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on with society that these booty warriors get all the attention. But let me tell you something. There's other boys in there that use their thingy just like a weapon. And they're using it on them women, whether they want them to or not. And I'll let you decide what type of person this is. All right. My first introduction to this activity was in the county jail in Galveston. We had doors that were hydraulic. They open and slide. They don't swing open. So all doors are open at the same time. I'm going upstairs to get some hot water, to get some coffee. Probably my first few days ever in jail in the county. I was about 17. Passed by a dude's cell, and I see him out the corner of my eye. I see him sitting in there, butt naked, sitting on his bunk, just greased up, pumping. And I'm thinking, what the? Oh, bro, just keep going. You didn't see that. So when I go around the corner to get the water, I asked the homie, man, hey, what's going on down there? That fool's butt naked, greased up, jackhammering. He said, man, that fool does that all the time, man. Anytime there's a woman working the picket, he'll sit in the cell butt naked the whole time and do that all day. And I said, what? I said, ain't nobody told him that? Ain't nobody said nothing? Nothing? It's like, say, little bro, this is jail. This is something you're just going to have to get used to. I'm thinking, oh, man, this is not something I want to get used to, right? Not at all. Not at all. So me just kind of being who I am, hey, y'all tell me it's normal. I'm new here. I'll just walk back downstairs. I'm looking the other direction as I walk downstairs. Okay. I'm thinking surely one of these dudes in here that's got a little experience, one of these older cats, somebody's going to check this. Somebody's going to say something to him. Nobody ever said nothing to him that I remember. Well, actually, I do. So the one time somebody said something to him was kind of a new guy, and they got into a fight. Literally, the man beat the other guy up on his right, for his right to sit right there, butt naked, jackhammering all day. So, I mean, after that, no, nobody else ever said anything before or after. It was kind of weird. But I'm thinking, all right, I get to state jail. When I get to Texas State Jail, it goes to a whole nother level. I mean, a whole nother level. There's 4 showers in the state jail. If I remember correctly, it's 4. None of them have shower curtains. None of them had doors at this time. All the toilets and sinks are lined up here and the showers at the end. Any person walking in the unit from the outside can have direct visual sight of these showers. The guard that's sitting in the bubble, in the picket, whatever you want to call it, in the rotunda area, has a dark tinted window. It is totally impossible to see these prison guards. Okay, there's no interaction between them or you. But every single time a female prison guard came on the unit and worked that shift, guys are running back and forth to the shower, running back and forth, arguing, damn near fighting over who gets to get in the shower next. Thinking, are they serious right now? And that's exactly what they were doing. Jackhammering on this lady. Here's the crazy part. They didn't even know if the lady was watching or not. She had 4 cell blocks to look at and was probably in there playing on her cell phone or something. Just the mere idea that this woman might be watching was enough to excite these men in a room full of men to do this. And we're talking about county jail and state jail right here, where men have not gone years without getting booty. Not at all. I'm fresh on the streets doing this. Fresh from the streets, excuse me. So as I'm noticing, this is a big epidemic here in this state jail. Like, what's going on with these dudes? How were they raised? Where were they taught that it's okay to masturbate in the visual sight of men? Looking in men's direction, claiming to be overlooking them to the lady in the picket. It's crazy. I've never seen anything like that. I'll tell you a couple stories about when it went wrong, though. One of my first, maybe week or two in state jail, I had the bunk that probably was the furthest away from the front door. Okay. So it's not real close, big old open area. But I wake up and I hear a bunch of commotion going on. Doom, 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 boom, boom, boom. Dude yelling, stop, help, no, You won't believe what happened. A little young guy woke up in the middle of the night, walked to the front door where every man is going to chow, every man going to school, barbershop, every guard got to open it. He walks up to this door, looks through the glass, and he ejaculates on the door and then goes and lays back down. Don't clean it off, don't wipe it up, nothing. And a couple people seen him. Well, when they seen that, they started waking people up. Hey man, get up, man, put your shoes on. And within about 3 minutes of that dude doing that, he was getting beat, screaming for his life, asking for help. Why he didn't know that was going to happen to begin with, I don't know. Did he care it was going? I don't know. Mental illness is real in jail. Okay. Another one that was amazing to me was we were watching the Super Bowl. And I'm kind of in the back, just watching the game, checking my ticket, everything else, you know what I mean? And it was the big board with the square. So I'm checking my square, hoping I win. And all of a sudden, whoop, the TVs turn off. I'm like, what the hell? Everybody's just panicking, looking around. The Super Bowl, TV's off. What's going on here? Well, the boss lady comes out to pick it. She opens the door and says, "You nasty MFer. You know what you doing back there. You know why the TV's off. And if y'all want it back on, take care of that." And she slammed the door. But when a prison guard tells you somebody's being foul, if you want the Super Bowl back on, you got to take care of it. What do you think that means? That means go put them boots on that boy. Within about 30 seconds, this was a young Crip kid. Within about 30 seconds, it's green lighted. Whoever wants to go get him, get this TV back on. And he's just run the gauntlet. He's screaming, yelling for help. All for what? Don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? So here's the crazy plot twist to this story. The guard working in the picket, she was 100% cool with you looking in her direction, jackhammering yourself, if you give her a pack of cookies, if you give her a Snickers, if you give her a soda, if you give her a honey bun. She would charge these men. Who knows if she was looking or not? She wasn't even in the same building with them. But if she caught you doing it and you didn't pay her, well, you seen what happened to him. So myself, I'm thinking, surely this can't be a prison situation, right? Like, they're not doing this in a maximum security unit where men are in here for murder cases. Men are, um, ending people's lives for disrespect. Surely that's not happening, right? Well, the biggest riot in the state of Texas in modern day history was Smith Unit. Smith Unit was a violent riot. They had to bring the National Guard out. The men broke into the tool sheds. One of the Hispanic guys was chopped up with a garden hoe. Like, it was vicious. And it was started from a guy masturbating under the table in the chow hall. He's literally sitting at a 4-man table with 3 people, and he's jackhammering himself under the table. Mexican didn't appreciate it. Slapped him with that water pitcher, and a full blast riot took off, and they lost one of their men behind it. But everybody else went to the riot behind it. At that point, it's black against Mexican. It don't even matter why it started. We just got to defend ourselves. You know what I mean? But that riot started behind that. So then I'm thinking, man, get to this prison. I'm thinking, this ain't going to happen like that. There's no way, right? Step out into the hallway for one of the first ever medical visits that I'm going to. Talk to him about my medication and all this. There's a dude walking down the hallway with his hands in his pants. Dude gets almost beat half to death by the guards out in the hallway. Guess what he was doing with his hands in his pants? Right there, walking down the hall. Not directly behind me, but a couple people behind me. Somebody was going to get a little spray they didn't want. You know what I mean? There were guys in prison walking around with Kleenex all in their pocket just in case. Like, what? So they call them gunners because that's what they're doing. They're using that old thing like a weapon. They'll gun these women down. One of the craziest stories I ever personally witnessed was one of my homies. He was a rolling 40 Crip from, rolling 20 Crip from, he was 20, rolling 20 from Austin. I ain't gonna say what hood it is because y'all know who this is, but we were excited for the homie. He was on a short 4-year bid. He was going to see the parole lady because it wasn't aggravated about a year in. So we're all like, good luck, cuz, woo woo, you know what I'm saying? Do your thing because your parole chances are based a lot on this interview. Next thing we know, they're coming to get his property. He's in the hole. And we're like, boss, what happened to our homeboy? He went inside of this little office with this lady, jackhammered himself and gunned her down. The woman got scared and run out screaming. They beat him down. What do you expect? You're masturbating on a woman who did not ask or agree to be part of this. You're a sexual predator. You're weird. You can't control yourself. All right. On the other hand, there are a lot of boss ladies, guard women that actually like it. These men are in good shape. They're thugs, they're tattoos, they got muscles. They're telling these women anything and everything they want to hear. It can be the ugliest woman in the world, and they're telling her how beautiful she is. Okay, that's how the game works. So I seen another guard. This is a real true story. This was on Beto. As she would come through and do count, if you wanted to gun her down, her rule was you had to be within seconds of finishing and finish while she watches. If she passes by and you don't finish while she's watching, then you're getting a case. If you finish while she's watching, she'll just carry on to the next cell. So needless to say, anybody that was a silent assassin, they figured out ways to be in their cell alone. You know what I mean? Trust me, every time.